Hey guys, I'm just writing the homework. So this was the homework for tonight. 4, 6, 10, 20, 22, 35, and 36. Looks like this needs to be focused. Hold on a second. Okay. So let's look at number 4. This says write a rule to describe each transformation. Well, we need to first find the scale factor, okay? Remember, the scale factor is always going to be the image, the end result, divided by the beginning result, pre-image, okay? So you can pick any of these, and no zeros are involved. So let's say I decided to do G. Then the x-coordinate corresponds with this x-coordinate. You would write 5 over 2. Now, let's say, Ms. Hong, do I have to do that one? No, you can put 2.5 over 1, or negative 2.5 over negative 1, or negative 5 over negative 2, or negative 2.5 over negative 1, 2.5 over 1. Any of those will give you the same scale factor every single time. So 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So you would write here, the rule is that this was a dilation by a scale factor of 2.5, which is actually an enlargement. Okay, so just to recap again, since they already give you the pre-image points and the image points, and they want you to write a rule of what happened, you'll say, well, this was a dilation, and how much did it dilate? Well, by a scale factor of 2.5. How do you find that? You take any of the image points, okay, their coordinate, and divide it by its corresponding pre-image coordinate, and that should give you the scale factor. So let's do that for number 6. Here's our pre-image points, here's our image points. Okay, it says to write a rule, so it's going to be a dilation by a scale factor of, okay, so the you can pick any image, so I'm not going to pick 0 though, that's a special case. So let's say, I don't know, let's try 4.5 divided by 3. So 4.5 divided by 3 comes out to be 1.5. So this was a dilation by a scale factor of 1.5, which is another enlargement. So that's number 4 and 6. Let's jump to number 10 below. Number 10. So this one's asking for, it's still under the same directions. Write a rule to describe each transformation. So this time they're giving you a graph. Well, we know it's a dilation by a scale factor of, okay, so let's see what it is. Now this time, they don't write out the points for us, we need to write out the points. Now I wouldn't use t and t prime. It's kind of, if you look closely, you can see that they're overlapping. T is with the t prime in the same location. They're both at 0, 0, so I'm not going to use that, okay? Maybe you try, I don't know, let's try u and u prime, okay, and compare those. Then our scale factor is going to be the image over pre-image. So where is u? It's at 0, 1. And then u prime is at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 0.5. So 0 and then 4.5. Now if you decide to do v, okay, let's say you decide to do v. So v is at 1, 1. And v prime is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 0.5, okay, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4.5. So v prime would be at 4.5, comma 4.5. Okay, so which one do you want to use? Doesn't matter. Don't use 0 though. That one matters. But 4.5 is the image, and you divide it by the pre-image 1. So it's going to be 4.5. So it's going to be a dilation by a scale factor of 4.5, okay, which is an enlargement. So let's recap. For number 10, in order to be able to write the rule, you need to figure out the scale factor. Well, in order to be able to find out the scale factor, you need some points. So you can choose a pre-image with its corresponding image, find their coordinates, and then do your image divided by pre-image to get your scale factor. So you could have used u, or you could have used v. Okay, either one of these would have been fine. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and go to number 20. So number 20 is a multiple choice question. So find a way to be quick about this one. It says graph the image, but if the image is already graphed for you and they all look pretty different, then we should be able to narrow it down pretty quickly. So it says here dilation of 0.25 about the origin. Here you need to understand that that's your scale factor. They don't write out the word scale factor, but that's what it means. So let's try p. If I want to find p prime, you got to multiply by 0.25, multiply by 0.25. So what's 0 times 0.25? It should just be 0. So 0 times 0.25 is just 0. And then multiply -3. Hey! I'm doing, okay, can you give me a minute? Okay. So then you take -3 times 0.25. So you're going to do -3 times 0.25 equals -0.75. Okay, now this, students have a little bit of trouble plotting this. So if this is 0, and this is -1, -2, -3, -4, so on, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is x, and then this is your y. So x doesn't go left or right, but it does say to go down because it's negative, and then you're going to go 0.75. Well, 0.75 doesn't even reach -1 yet, so it's about here. Okay, it's past the halfway mark, but it's closer to the -1. Well, if that's kind of, hard for you, maybe you should try another one. But if you look at p prime, 0, negative 0.75, it's not here. That's wrong. This one looks right. Okay, this one goes past the -1, so this is more like -1.5. And then this p is totally off. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with b. And then 22. Okay, this one says dilation. Okay, give me a minute, okay, guys? I'm going to keep this video playing because I can't pause it. I'm just going to go see a student real quick, and I'll be right back. You can fast forward. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So number 22 is going to be a dilation of 2. So you multiply literally by 2, by 2, by 2, by 2, by 2, by 2, okay? Those are 2, sorry. That's what happens when I write too fast. So let's try one. I prime, so if you multiply -1 times 2, okay, -1 times 2, you should get a -2. And then 0 times anything is just 0. But if you want to check in your calculator, you can. So it should end up here, right? So, so let's see if we have an I prime. That's at -2, 0. That I prime is more like -0.50. This one's at like -1.5, so that's not right. This one's at -1, 2.5. That can't be right. Let's see if this one's right. This one's exactly at -2, 0. So now you can check J if you want. So if you multiply that, J prime is going to be at 2 times 2 is 4, 4, 4. So J prime, nope, not at 4, 4, not at 4, 4. That's at 3, 3. This one's at 5, 5. But this one is at 4, 4. So it's D. Okay? All right, let's go on to, if I went too fast, feel free to rewind the video and pause it as much as you need. I need to go to 35 and 36. So, all right. Let's go to 35. Dilation of 5 about the origin. So multiply by 5, multiply by 5. So what's 1 times 5? It's 5, which is not that, or that. It must be this one. -1 times 5 is -5, so D. 30, less than 10 seconds. Okay, don't rush through these, but I just want you to understand that they can be really quick. Now this one says dilation of 0.5, so multiply by 0.5, multiply by 0.5, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's actually do that. So what's negative 2 times 0.5? I happen to have a negative 2 already. Negative 2 times 0.5 is a negative 1. Well, which one of these already has a negative 1? Only this one, so it's got to be this one. And if you checked it, they would all match up. So the answer to 36 is B. And I believe that's the last of it. Yes, so that is the end of the video.